I can't believe Joel Schumacher made Batman Forever look like Batman on drugs. I deserved better. Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Batman Forever. The first of the original Batman series to not be directed by Tim Burton, annoyingly, but by Joel Schumacher, and is the first of the Joel Schumacher Duology, which isn't canon in my eyes. So Batman Forever tells the story taking place after the events of Batman Returns, in which Batman, now played by Val Kilmer, has not only changed his outfit, but Enigma, also known as the Riddler, played by Jim Carrey, teams up with other criminal Harvey Dent slash Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones. For reasons, Batman not only has to deal with this villain duo, but also Dr. Chase, played by Nicole Kidman, and his new sidekick, Robin, who wants to get back Two-Face to avenge his family. Sadly, after Batman Returns did not receive the box office takings Warner Brothers were hoping for, they made the biggest mistake that they've ever made by firing Tim Burton from the sequels and bringing in Joel Schumacher, as they had the wrong idea that moviegoers wanted to see a more kid-friendly Batman on the big screen, and boy would they regret that, because Batman for Never, that's what I'm calling it, is such a dud, and inferior to the Tim Burton duology in every conceivable way. I mean, it completely goes against the nature of the comics. I mean, Warner Brothers shot themselves in the foot for getting rid of Tim Burton. Tim Burton is the ideal Batman director for his darker gothic style that's fit the tone of the comics, but Joel Schumacher's childish and pantomime-like Batman, no. Joel Schumacher went for the dumbest tone with his movies possible, and I bet you that moviegoers wish they'd supported Batman Returns more at the box office, because then we could have gotten a awesome third Tim Burton Batman movie, and the Joel Schumacher duology wouldn't have had to have existed. But no, I'm sorry, but Batman for Never is the Superman 3 of superhero movies. Not as bad as Superman 3. I'm not going as far as calling it one of the worst superhero movies of all time, and it is the stronger of the Joel Schumacher duology, but that's the easiest compliment and does not make it good. I mean, and the two strengths this movie does have going for it is Chris O'Donnell as Robin. You may think I'm being too generous here, but I think he's actually solid as Robin in this movie, and you get his motivations for wanting to take down Two-Face after Two-Face killed his family in the circus, and at least he's not as brassy or as whiny in this one as he is in Batman and Robin, and I just wish Tim Burton could have gotten to direct Robin, because his Robin could have turned out way better. And Michael Gough as Alfred is always a positive, and Nicole Kidman as Dr. Chase, Batman's new girlfriend in this movie. I mean, this was her first DC movie before she played Atlanta, Arthur's mother, in the Aquaman movies, and I cannot wait to see her return in Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom this December, and she is positively radiant as Dr. Chase. There are several missed opportunities with her character, like how they make her the damsel in distress when Batman has to save both her and Robin in the final battle. And you kind of wish that Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman would just came back for this one. I mean, why replace such a badass love interest like her with such a cliche damsel in distress love interest like Dr. Chase? And we get to see a glimpse of Arkham Asylum at the very end when the Riddler is locked up there and Dr. Chase goes to visit him. So the Batman fan inside me did marvel at that moment. But all of them aside, but Batman for Never does not feel like Batman whatsoever. It's the entire movie is a total joke, and it's like Joel Schumacher is taking a piss all over the source material. When Adam West did this tone, he at least made it charming and funny, something that Joel Schumacher greatly fails to do. I mean, with the overly bright colours, the laughable costumes, the ridiculous as fuck out of nowhere comedy. I mean, this is the wrong tonal departure from the Tim Burton movies. I'm glad Warner Brothers have learnt their lesson and tried not to replicate this in a Batman movie ever again. And Val Kilmer as Batman. What was the purpose of recasting Michael Keaton? Was there a need to? No, with a capital N. Val Kilmer is boring as Bruce Wayne slash Batman. And we don't get enough time with him as Bruce Wayne, and we get way too much of him as Batman, and I hate the new costume they got for him. It was unnecessary to change the costume just to make it appeal more to the kids. And the villains, the Riddler and Two-Face, suck balls. Tim Burton got the villains in his movies perfectly. I know it's harder to top the Joker and the Penguin, damn near impossible as they are Batman's most iconic foes. But Joel Schumacher didn't even try. Jim Carrey, man, I loved you. You are my favorite Grinch. He is astonishingly over the top. It's like he overdosed himself on a fuckload of drugs. In fact, you could title this movie Batman on Drugs. That's the literal tone it's going for. And what drugs were the costume designers on when they designed the shitty look of and what drugs were the costume designers on when they designed the stupid look for Two-Face? A purple side to his hairs, and fuck me, it looks horrible. Why couldn't they have just brought Billy D. Williams from the Tim Burton movies back as Harvey Dent? Tommy Lee Jones gives the worst performance of this movie, I would say, and Alfred even does something, makes a questionable decision when he sees them with Halloween masks at the doorway man and he just lets them in so easily. Well, thanks a bunch, Alfred. I cannot believe Joel Schumacher made Alfred that stupid to trust the villains. The villains just don't shut the fuck up. They have to constantly do this laugh whenever they are on screen. What happened to making the villains, sympathetic, dehumanizing them like Tim Burton masterfully did in his Batman movies? Joel Schumacher really should have taken notes from Tim Burton's book on that, and the action scenes are all lackluster. In fact, this movie bored me so much it literally felt like it was taking forever to end. Get it? Even the destruction of Wayne Manor, which is supposed to be the movie's most dramatic moments, is laughably done, and the destruction of Wayne Manor in Batman Begins was far more impactful. And the final battle where the Riddler treats it like a freaking game show where Batman has to pick to either save Dr. Chase or Robin from plummeting into a watery grave. I'm like, please. It's like having to choose to save Ashley or Josh in level 4 of Until Dawn, only without any of the tension. And soundtrack is a monumental step down too. It has no flair to it. And it never gets your heart racing like Danny Elfman's theme. And the final shot when Batman and Robin run off in front of the camera with dramatic smoke coming behind them. I mean, it's like the closing to Joel Schumacher's Batman, a play or pantomime or something. He'd only do that again in Batman and Robin. So yeah, overall, Batman for Never is easily one of the weaker Batman movies. I am happy for this movie that it does have its fans, but for me personally, it feels like a bad joke from the Joker's joke book that he never wanted to use. I give Batman Forever 2 stars out of 5. Meh movie. So yeah, I know that review felt like a rant, but it's amazing how I don't hate Batman Forever. I mean, I do wish the same could be said for the fourth and final movie in the original series. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this review. And what are your thoughts on Batman Forever? Are you with me? And that's it's such a bland Batman movie, or do you actually think it's one of the most underrated Batman movies? It's okay if you do. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I review Batman and Robin. Nearly done with the Batman reviews at this point. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.